Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel and welcome to a mini December reset. We're gonna talk about maybe some of the other books that are on my December TBR. We're gonna put up the Christmas tree. We are going to, I had another plan, but we're gonna do a mini wrap up of all the books that I read in November because there were only 3. I thought that it'd be good to just kind of hash those out with you here instead of doing like a dedicated vlog. And if there's anything else I can think of, we'll do it then too. I am working on my bullet journal. I wish I would have kept up with it every month because I'm like so severely behind. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You might get to see a glimpse of my bullet journal as well. We're going to work on putting up the tree. Now, I do want to say something. I know you guys can see that, right? I know you can see that. I apologize. I'm going to try to push it out of the frame while I'm doing the Christmas tree. But the only reason, to be honest, the only reason that those are there is because they need to go out in the garage and we need to find totes for them. So those are just my daughter's clothes that like literally have not fit her in like months and months. So we're gonna do that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do. I think that is all. We're gonna try to get this Christmas tree thing done before my 1.5-year-old wakes up. She's like 19 months now, but we're gonna try to do that before she wakes up because she is a heathen and I know that I'm not gonna be able to do it when she wakes up. So get comfy, get cozy, and let's decorate my Christmas tree. I'm really excited about it. I will say I don't have very many Christmas decorations at all, so I'll show you like the couple that I do have, but yeah, I don't have very many. But I don't know. I'm trying to get in the Christmas mood. Last year I was not in the Christmas mood, so hopefully, knock on wood, I can kind of get with the vibes this year. So let's just get into decorating my Christmas tree. I'm really excited. tree is decorated behind me. I love it. I will say I thought that it was gonna work a little bit better like in the background than it is, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. So I thought I would show you like the couple small decorations that I have that go on, like, honestly, they went on my piano last year. They'll probably go on my piano and maybe one on my console table, but here are these now. I got these really cheap at Walgreens last year, so I don't really know how good quality they are, but I do like them. I think they're cute. So there are those. And there's only 3 of them. I just started collecting like Christmas decorations and stuff. I mean, obviously I've had those for probably since me and Steven have been married, honestly, but I just bought these ones last year. So first we have this little gingerbread man holding a Christmas tree. Then we have a little gingerbread house, and all of these are supposed to light up. I don't know if their batteries are still good or not. Doesn't seem like they are. At least this one. This one is not supposed to light up. And then we have one more gingerbread house. Yeah. This one. So this one doesn't light up either. Okay, maybe all of their fairy lights are dead. So I'm gonna have to maybe find some more. But I love these. Do you like how I still have the tags on them? Last year was the first year that I had them, and yeah, I just think they're so cute. I know that they probably aren't the best made, but I really like them. So I'm probably gonna put one, like I said, right behind me, probably one of the houses, probably the smaller one. And then I'm probably gonna put the gingerbread and the other house on my piano somewhere. I don't know where, to be honest, but we will figure that out. I'll probably right here. I probably need to dust this thing. I'll dust it later. I'm not gonna dust it right now. Let's see here. That and that little candle right there. Oh, sorry. There's that. And then, okay, there is that little scene. And then ignore all the stuff that I have to clean off. But then there's that. And that is all the decorations I have. I know it's kind of sad. I really would love to buy some more like Christmas lights or something, and like I don't know how I would do it, but I'd like to put them like around the house, like on top of the ledge behind the Christmas tree. I think that would be fun. Sorry, I'm probably making you guys sick. Let's go back and sit down. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Okay, so I know it's probably sad decoration wise, but that's okay. I'm still working on collecting things. Like I was saying, I would love to like get some fairy lights or Christmas lights or something and put them above right there. I feel like I would probably keep them up all year if I did that, because this room just does not get a lot of light. So I don't know. We would see, but I like it. I will say, the Christmas tree ornaments, I wish I would have thought like through when I bought them. Because obviously there's like a lot of gold. There are a couple white. I wish I would have gotten like pink and gold and white, or like another variant of a color. I don't know. I thought about buying new Christmas decorations this year, but I'm not going to do that this year. Maybe next year. I also wish my tree was flocked. I love the look of flocked trees. I should, maybe if I can like get a picture of my parents, I can show you guys what their tree looks like. It is so beautiful. My sister decorated that one. I do not have an eye for decoration. Necessarily. So she's the queen of decorating in the house, but I'm so happy about it. I put it right there in case you were wondering, because I wanted you guys to be able to see it if I filmed vlog updates. So yeah, that. Okay, now let's get into my little November wrap up. So in November I read 3 books. I kind of thought that I was going to finish a couple more books. I was in the middle of, we'll kind of get into that because I already know my thoughts on the books, but the first book I read was The Devil She Knows by Alexandria Bellafleur, and I enjoyed that book. I think I gave it 4 stars. I'm trying to remember. Okay. I'm sorry. I do not remember the main character's name right now, and I don't know where my copy of the book is. So, but we follow our main character in this book, and she, at the beginning of the book, proposes to her girlfriend, and all hell breaks loose when her girlfriend says no. And you need to pack your stuff up and leave, because I basically stayed with you for the idea of you and what you could become, and you're kind of just wasting your life away, and I don't want to be part of that anymore. So, well, she is on her way home and feeling desperate and sadder than ever, and well, the recording of her failed proposal is going viral because her significant, or her ex-significant other, was a social media star. The elevator gets stuck, and she is in this elevator with this beautiful girl named Daphne, and Daphne makes her the deal of a lifetime. I will give you 5 wishes. I believe it was 5. I hope so. I will give you 5 wishes, and no matter what the wish is, I will give you 5 wishes to get back your significant other. And so throughout the course of the book, we go through and we kind of see how basically every single wish she makes is kind of like, it just does not go well. No matter what she does, no matter how well she does it, her and her significant other really were not made for each other. And kind of go from there. I enjoyed it. It reminded me of Love of My Afterlife. So if you really liked that book, I would highly recommend this one. I will say, like, I'm still not sure. I was maybe gonna unhaul it after I read it. I still haven't decided. I thought I would have a decision by now, but I don't. Like I said, I really liked it. I really love the cover. It's so cute. I just haven't decided yet. So there's that one. And then the next one, I love this next book so much, is A Dark and Secret Magic by Wallace McKinney. And this book is so phenomenal. I would highly recommend if you are like a seasonal reader. I mean, I think it's still good timing, but if you really want to be in the mood for this book, I believe this book starts like 5 days before Halloween. And I think that it would be really fun to like read it. It's actually right by me. I'm doing a reread right now, but 6 days. This book starts 6 days before Halloween, and I think it'd be fun to kind of like portion off, like, well, maybe not all of them are like labeled like that, but I think it'd be fun to read this the 6 days leading up to Halloween. I think that would give you so many good vibes. I also think it's a good November book. I mean, like I said, the fall foliage and stuff is really heavy in this one. So even if you didn't read it in the week leading up to Halloween, I think you would still really like it. This book follows Hecate, or Kate Goodwin, and she has kind of been destined for a life of solitude. She is the only hedge witch in her coven, and she's kind of been living the solitude life that she's fairly happy with, but she's still been kind of lonely. And at the beginning of the book, she actually gets a very unexpected visitor, maybe an ex-flame, if you will, and he comes into town because he is looking for ingredients for some magic that he and his family are doing. He is part of a different coven, and he is part of a coven of like forbidden magic, basically. Sorry, my hair is just, it's bothering me. I don't want to look like an egg, but I feel like I do a little bit. Sorry. Anywho, so not only does she have to deal with the feelings and kind of like there's a little bit of an untrust with him because she kind of bore her heart out to him and her soul out to him, and then he disappeared with no explanation, no reasoning. She hasn't heard from him in like at least 12 years probably. And then not only does she have to deal with that, but there is also like a coven-wide Halloween party that she has to plan, and there are traditions that her and her family hold for kind of like remembering the dead, and she also has to do that. All while she's actually being hunted by this like unknown entity, and she feels like she's in heavy danger. And I love this book. Obviously, like, I'm doing a reread of it. I just finished it last week and I started a reread almost immediately. I just love this book. I'm so glad that I have a copy. I think I was about like halfway through it and I was like, no, I need a physical copy. So I'm really glad that I bought it. I love it so much. I will say I want to do one more reread before the year's up. I want to annotate it. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna see if I can like manage that. But I love this book so much. I love Kate, and Matthew is the name of the other guy, or the other main character, I guess. I love him. And this book is just perfect in my eyes. It was obviously 5-star, if you couldn't tell. I love this book. This is definitely going to be like top 5 favorite of the year. I love this book so much. If you have not read it, you really need to check it out. Seriously, you guys, I highly recommend it. Next, we have one of my 10 Before the End books. So maybe we can talk about that too in a minute, but I read Under the Oak Tree Volume 1, Novel 1. And I'm sorry, I cannot remember actually, by Suji Kim. I have the graphic novel version on my Kobo. Anyway, I also enjoyed this one. If you do not know, this book follows Maxie, and Maxie is kind of put in a very interesting situation 3 years before the book starts, when she is betrothed and gets married to this, I believe he's a knight. Gee, not only did I read the actual copy, but I'm reading this and I can't remember. No, I believe he's a knight. He's a very highly prestigious knight, and basically they come on their first meeting, they get married, and then they consummate their marriage, and he has to leave for war. If you can hear my cat, I cannot let him in. I am so sorry. I know that is heartbreaking. My toddler is still asleep, and I'm sorry. If he wakes her up, I might lose it a little bit. Anyway, so sorry. So she has felt basically pretty lost this whole 3 years, and not only that, to add salt to injury, she has been informed that a very beautiful, highly prestigious princess has recently offered her hand in marriage to him, and she is very concerned for her well-being, especially if he leaves her, because if he leaves her and divorces her, her very highly abusive father is not going to be very happy. So when the knight, Riften, comes back to the castle, he comes to save her, and she is very like surprised that he's taking her back to the castle, his castle, but she actually should have been at this whole time. She's very shocked by it, I will say. Okay, I rated this book 3.5 stars. It was sitting at like a solid like 2.75, 3-star for the whole book, and I ended up really like enjoying Maxie as main character. I really liked her. I will say I would not listen to the audiobook if you do not like stuttering, because Maxie actually has a pretty severe speech impediment with stuttering, especially when she talks really fast. So I would just be wary of that. I noticed, don't trucks know that I have to record right now while my sleeping dragon is asleep. Anyway, sorry. According to like people on the internet on Goodreads, they said that it was very distracting and like very hard to read, and I could see how that was, but I don't know, like I liked it. I didn't mind it. I will say, okay, how do I say this? Obviously this book is set in a very, very different time, where they had to consummate the marriage regardless of if it was like okayed or not. And this whole book is like, her relationship with Riften is very like non-consensual. There were like, she was reminiscing on like a borderline like rape scene or situation that happened between them the 3 years prior, and then as soon as he gets back, he like jumps her bones. I'm pretty sure he has the testosterone up like, I don't even know. Like that man, all he thinks about is getting some. Like, and obviously throughout the book, like they become closer. I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about the relationship, but obviously, like, you know, I'm reading another version of it. It's hard, right? There are two essay scenes kind of like back to back, and it's pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's hard to read, but I don't know. I would just know that going in, because obviously, like, again, I know that it was different times, but that's not an excuse to essay your partner, right? And if she's saying no, if she's saying stop, if she's saying that hurts, like that's, you know, it's pretty rough. And it's not consensual non-consent, like in dark romance books. Like it is very, like, it's a little bit triggering, to be honest. So I would like highly recommend thinking about that before you pick it up. The cover is absolutely beautiful. I was so excited to read it. I will say, and this may sound a little crazy to you guys, but obviously I'm reading like the graphic novel version of it on my Kobo. And I'm actually kind of liking this one a little bit better. I'm about 23 or 22% of the way through, I mean, and I'm liking it. I'm liking seeing the art. I'm really excited to get like deeper into the book because I really like the characters that we're kind of introduced to. I really like Maxie as a character. There were a lot of moments that I did like Riften, even if he's kind of like, I don't know, like he's kind of like, I don't know. Even if he's kind of like stupid, kind of, I still liked him. And then I also started the second book and I'm liking that so far too. I do want to finish that by the end of the year. So that is my wrap up. I know 3 books is just like, can I be real with you guys, right? I was planning on finishing my reread of A Dark and Secret Magic, and then obviously this. I was planning on finishing those this weekend, and then I just never got around to it, unfortunately. The past 2 months have just not been my reading months. I don't know if like the 30 and 30 kind of like put me into like, I don't want to call it a full-on reading slump, but like a finishing book slump. I've been in a finishing book slump for months at this point, and the only thing that has kept me reading is my friend Courtney. We are doing so many buddy reads. If you guys want like a video on all of our buddy reads and how we're doing it, I'd be more than happy to do that for you guys. We are buddy reading probably in upwards of 20 books. That sounds insane when I say it like that. And all those books are going into 2026 with me, which is totally fine. That brings me to my 10 before the end. Here is kind of what it's looking like right now. I know, kind of funny seeing my face side by side, but my plan for this, obviously there are some books that we are buddy reading together. I believe Alchemized was on the list. We're buddy reading Alchemized. We're buddy reading Blood Mercy. I can't remember if there was another book that I started that we are also buddy reading, but there are a few that I'm obviously not going to be able to finish because of the buddy reads, which is totally fine. I'm not really that bothered by it. If I finish 8 of the 10 or 7 of the 10, I think that's still pretty good. Okay, he's back. One sec. Sorry. I'll see what he needs. He probably wants food. All of the neighborhood cats like to eat his food, so sorry. One moment, please. One moment. Hello. Monthly reset video vlog situation. It looked a little bit different. It does not look as crazy because I did what? I got it in the shower and I washed it. So, sorry that the hair was a little greasy this morning. I desperately needed to wash it. But I know that in the last clip, I kind of talked about my 10 before the end, and I kind of wanted to like give you guys a little bit of an update on that. I'm not going to be finishing it. Mackenzie, stop making TBRs if you aren't going to follow them. Let me explain. So I do plan on reading the very vast majority of them. There are just some that there's one that I'm not going to start. I'm going to wait until next year to read it, and then, which is in a month, so it's fine. And then there are a couple that I can't finish until next year because they are buddy reads. So let's remind you guys of the books that were on there. So first we have The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. We have Quicksilver by Kelly Hart. We have The Charlie Method by Al Kennedy. There we go. Sorry, that was embarrassing. Under the Oak Tree by Suji Kim, I think. Alchemized by Sin-Lin Yu. Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorick. When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. Not me forgetting who wrote The Dread Descendant again. Oh, who wrote The Dread Descendant? I mean, obviously I'm putting the pictures right here. I can't believe I forgot her name again. I'm so sorry. Blood Mercy by Bella Roth and Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. So of all of those, I have started The Prison Healer, Quicksilver, The Charlie Method, Alchemized, When the Moon Hatched, and Blood Mercy. I have finished Under the Oak Tree. I have not started Lady of Darkness, The Dread Descendant, or Enchantress. So let's talk about it. I am planning on finishing The Prison Healer before the end of the year. I was really enjoying what I had read of it. I just haven't gotten around to continuing on with it, but I would like to finish that by the end of the year. That is also my 2025 TBR. So the more books off of that list that I can read, the better. Then we have Quicksilver. That is one that I am buddy reading with my friend. So I'm not going to finish that by the end of the year. Probably going to be closer to the end of next year, actually. So yeah, that one's not going to be finished anytime soon. The Charlie Method is obviously another one that I've started. I'm liking it. I think I've gotten like 2 chapters in. I'm going to attempt to finish it this year. I don't know if I'm going to get around to finishing it, but I'm really hopeful that I can. Then we have Under the Oak Tree. I have read that one. I enjoyed it. Glad that I read it. Alchemized, I'm also buddy reading with a friend. We are definitely not finishing that this year. I think we are like almost 100 pages in. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute, so not gonna happen. The only book that I'm probably not going to get to is Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorick. I really wanted to. I have been looking at that book and dreaming of the day that I get to read it, and that is not gonna be this month. I just have like a lot of reading plans this month, honestly, and it's just not gonna happen, unfortunately. So we're gonna kind of cross that one off the list. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Started When the Moon Hatched. I'm 75 pages into that one. I am very hopeful that I can also finish that one. I would like to finish it and hopefully pre-order The Ballad of Dragons, or whatever it's called. The second book in the series. It's coming out next year, but we'll kind of see about that one. And then The Dread Descendant. You guys, I don't know if I'm going to get to this one either. This is definitely one that I want to get to though, so please bully me. If I do not get to it this month, bully me next month. Make me get to it in January, but I don't think I'm going to get to it. I don't know. Never say never, but I don't know that I'm going to get to it this year. Then we have Blood Mercy by Bella Roth. Obviously another one that I am also buddy reading, so will not be finishing that one, unfortunately. I really wish I was going to, but yeah, that's another book that's not going to be finished for a while. And then we have Enchantra by Kaylee Smith, and that is one that I definitely am going to prioritize for the last few weeks of this month. I bought it, obviously, like I buy a bunch of books this year to read them this year, but like I bought this book specifically to read this year, and if I do not get to it this year, I will be very disappointed in myself. So I will say, like, regardless of how many I finish, a win is a win, and if I even read half of the books, that'd be amazing. So there is that one. I know it's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. I'm just kind of chugging along and doing what I can with all the books on my TBR. I would really like to hit that 50 books right off of my physical TBR, and I think I'm pretty close. I think last time we talked, I was either 41 or 42, which means I'm either at 44 or 45. And I mean, I know that there's at least a couple more that I'm going to finish off of my physical TBR, so I'm really hopeful about that. I also thought, if you guys don't mind, I would love to tell you guys what books I'm asking for Christmas. I know that I did like a whole separate video of like everything I was asking for Christmas last year. You guys, I just don't have very many things that I really want this year. Like I'm not gonna lie, depending on what it is, I usually, if it's cheap enough, I usually just buy it when I want it. For the most part, obviously within reason, but I usually buy it for the most part. So I thought it would be fun to kind of show you like a graphic of all the books that I want. I know for certain that I am getting the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. I'm really excited about that one. It was on sale for $21 for Prime Days, and I saw my husband And I was like, hey, babe, these are usually $55. You should get them for me. Or I want these. And he was like, okay, they're for Christmas if you buy them. And I was like, you want me to buy them? And he was like, no, I will. So I know for certain I'm going to get those 3 books, but all the other ones I'm really hopeful that I'm going to get. I do wish that I would have asked for the second book to The Courting of Bristol Keats. I don't know if I'm even going to like the first book, but I really wish I would have asked for that one too, but it is what it is. I just like, those are books that are like at the top of my wish list that I really have been dying to read. So you guys should tell me what are some of the books on your wish list this Christmas. And then also I wanted to react and pick out my Aardvark book club pick of the month with you guys. Now I don't know how I'm going to do that because my camera is not charged. And the only way I can like screen record on my phone and stuff is doing that. But maybe we can go over to my desktop and I can tell you guys which ones I'm gonna pick. I'm going to strive to only pick one book because I have too many books on my TBR right now. It's kind of like, can we have a real talk right now? I thought, even though I've read like a ton of books on my physical TBR this year, I am still feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And like, considering the fact that I have read more books off of my physical TBR than not, I'm gonna count that as a win, obviously. So I don't know, it's hard. I do feel like I'm drowning a little bit in my TBR, which is why I also do not like ask for so many books this year. I mean, I usually ask for a bunch. I'm hoping that if I get everything off of my list, someone will just give me a Barnes & Noble gift card or an Amazon gift card and I can go crazy. But we'll see. Okay, let's go over to the desktop and we will react together to what they are. I don't think you guys are gonna get to see the Aardvark website. I guess we'll see. I don't know where I'm gonna put you cuties, but I guess we will figure that out. I need to be very quiet. My child is asleep. Thank goodness. I mean, listen, do not get me wrong. I love that child more than the air I breathe. But when she's tired, much like her mom, it is just a mess to behold her. So let's see here. Sorry about the lighting. I know I'm like super professional over here on this channel. So hopefully you guys can forgive me for that. Let me see. Sorry. I don't know why I keep making faces at you guys. You're going to click off this video and unsubscribe from me. That's for sure. Let's see here. Also, if you guys like these reset videos, let me know if you want me to do more of them next year. I'm planning on doing a huge January reset. If you guys want to know a secret, I'm going to do a video where I talk about all the books that are on my physical TBR. If I do that though, I cannot do it on my real camera. This is my iPhone camera. I can't do it on my real camera because it will overheat. I'm not going to take more than one day to do that. Okay. So we're just going to kind of have to see where the wind goes with that one. But I also want to scan every single TBR book I have into Goodreads. And I want to, why is it not working? There we go. Okay. I want to scan in all the books from my shelves to my Goodreads. And I want to see how many I actually have. Now, I did try to do this last year. And I just like totally flopped, if I'm being honest with you guys. And the problem is like I soft DNF books so much that it takes books off of my physical TBR even if I haven't read them. So I don't know. If you guys have like any recommendations for what to do about that, let me know. I would make a spreadsheet, but I'm too lazy to do that. I think it would be helpful. I used to write down like all the books that I owned, but at this point I have over 200 books on my physical TBR. I know Steven is gonna see this and then he's going to return all my books, but I hope he doesn't. Okay, let's log in. Ooh, that is beautiful. Okay, are these the December books? Why is that? Okay, it's fine. So they have Itch by Gemma Armour. They have The Once and Future Queen by Paula Lafierty. Who Wants to Live Forever by Hannah Thomas. Canticle by Janet Rich Edwards. They have a rerun of Victoria's Cycle by Virginia Fietto, and then Holiday Movie Marathon by Grace and Henry's Holiday Movie Marathon by Matthew Norman. So what is Once and Future Queen about? Because that's like the only one I'm interested in. The Princess Bride plus Camelot, and a fresh, big-hearted, feminist time-slip adventure reimagining the epic saga of King Arthur, as told from the perspective of his spunky and surprising Queen Vera, complete with time travel and good running shoes. I'm kind of bummed. Okay, this is my fault. I forgot to email them. Okay, so this is my fault. I was really interested in Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake last month, and I never got my credit. It never hit my account, and I know that I should have emailed them. I'm such a little baby pants. I don't know why. Oh no, I have to sign in with Apple. Oh shit. Because I'm a little chicken shit, I refused to email them and tell them that I never got my my credit, and now I feel like it's too late.
I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. And like, I know that this is like, I don't know. I'm so stupid. I don't know why I'm so scared. Like, they're gonna believe me. I feel so stupid. The one time that I like emailed their customer support, they were super nice. I don't know. I just feel really dumb, you guys. I do. What is, I don't remember what my password is for my Apple ID. Is it that? Oh, it is. That's a surprise. Okay, you guys are gonna have to give me 2 seconds. They're going to send me a code to log in. So give me like 2 seconds. All right, my little cuties, we are officially in. So, as I was saying, I'm sure that they would believe me if I emailed them still. I'm a little chicken shit. I don't know why I won't do it. I wanted to get girl dinner, but I guess in hindsight, it's probably a good thing that they didn't give me my credit, because I don't have any, like, there's no reason that I should have like 5 million Olivia Blake books on my TBR when I didn't even like the first one that I tried to read. So let's see. I don't know. Okay. So here's the thing with King Arthur retellings. I'm going to say something kind of crazy. I don't know if I liked them. So I remember, going back to the Once and Future Queen. So there was an Arthurian retelling that I read as a child that I really liked. And then I reread it as an adult and I hated it and I gave it 2 stars and I was really sad about it because I thought I'd really like it and I did not. And then I also read a book by Kristen White. Now, that book I would be intrigued to go back and reread, I think. I don't know if I would really still hate it as much as I did in 2020. Did I read it in 2023? I think I did. I did not really like that one though. I don't remember what that one was called. Oh my gosh, my mouse is about to die. So, okay. There's also like Grace and Henry's Holiday Movie Marathon, but I don't think I want that one. Well, actually, a sentimental advertising creative and a blunt, no-nonsensical bar owner. A sentimental advertising creative and a blunt, no-nonsense bar owner find a second chance at love while binge-watching iconic holiday movies in this poignant and heartwarming romance. I don't think I'm interested in that one. It looks like there's no Netflix and chill in there. And like, if you're having a movie marathon, I don't know. Let's see what Itch is about, because this cover is like kind of wild. Something moves on the forest floor, actually. Okay, let's see here. Josie is at rock bottom, burned out, heartbroken, and recovering. Sorry, I know you guys don't care. From an abusive relationship. She lives a haunted existence after returning to her isolated hometown at the edge of the Forest of Dean. But the tall, dense pine trees are not the only things casting shadows across her skin. I'm sorry, I know that I'm being a jackwagon right now. I'm just, like, oh, it includes a doggy. Is the doggy okay? Anyway, okay. Josie's hopes for a fresh start are horribly derailed when she stumbles across a dead woman's decaying ant-infested body in the woods. The grim discovery obviously sends her down in a downward spiral. Oh my god. Okay, actually, we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna remove Once and Future Queen. If I hear any of my faves talk about it, maybe I will re-add it. Do I have $10 on my credit card? That sounds really sad. My credit card has like a $100 limit. And I think I just put some DoorDash on there a couple weeks ago, so I don't remember. Oh, I need to see, have I read any of my other books? Okay, another thing that is like, it's too late now. It's way too late now. But there was one month that I wanted to do Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. And I thought I chose another book, but it says that was the book that I chose, but I got a different book instead of that one. And again, it's a little bit too late to rectify that situation. I don't know why. I'm such a little, I don't know, I'm so scared. I just don't want to, I don't know, it's stupid. Okay, let's see. Oh, I loved that book. You guys, When the World Tips Over, you need to read it. Would you guys be interested in me randomly selecting aardvark books off of my TBR and like reading them? Letting like a random number generator choosing, because I have so many books from them and I have not read hardly any. Let's see, I've read 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in the middle of 6 of them and I've only read 4. A Dark and Shining Tide I'm in the middle of. Unfortunately, my copy of the book from them actually got like kind of destroyed a little bit by my toddler, so that one won't be in there. And I'm also reading The Scholar and The Last Fairy Door right now, and I'm really loving it. So, I don't know. You guys should let me know, because I love aardvark, and I think more people need to hear about them. So, if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. Okay, so I think that is going to be my box. If it'll let me do 2 books. Okay. I'm really intrigued. So, there are a couple other books that I'm really intrigued by. Ooh, actually, I really shouldn't. I know that I can buy it secondhand. Never mind. Okay. There's like, okay, so there's also Girl Dinner, which I really want to read. I really want to. I think that's also horror. And then they also have The Place They Buried Your Heart, and that's by Christina Henry, and I've been really intrigued by her books. And like, I've really been wanting to like get more into horror. I wish I would have done that in 2025. I feel like I didn't do the best. But like, all the horror books that I've read, I've really liked. I read When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. Really liked that one. And I read, I just saw the cover of it and I already forgot. But I really loved that one as well. Okay, I'm gonna get The Place They Buried Your Heart too. And let's see if it'll let me order it. Ooh, that reminds me. I'm gonna try, oh, it did let me. Sick. Cool. Okay, and let me order both of them. The name of the other one. House of Beth. If you guys have not read House of Beth, I really highly recommend it. Okay, I also got, this one I kind of regret getting. I got A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sengu Mandana, and I was really excited to read it, but I didn't realize that the first book is not out in hardcover anywhere, and they did not re-release it in hardback when they did Witch's Guide. So I'm really bummed about that one. I'm kind of like considering unhauling my aardvark copy and getting a paperback, but I guess I should probably read it first before I do that, because I have the first book in paperback. Do you guys want to hear? You know what? Since you guys are here, I want to tell you guys about the top books on my aardvark TBR that I still have to read. I actually get a lot of horror recs from them. That is why I like them. I also just don't, there's another book subscription box, and I don't want to like crap on them too much, I guess, but I don't really like them, and I do have books on my shelf from them. I just, the way that they've treated like POC authors and stuff like that, I don't know. I don't want to badmouth them too bad, but let's see. We have Lady Macbeth by Ava Reid. You guys, the amount of Ava Reid books that are on my TBR, just my long TBR in general, so many. Then we have So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. Oh, and these are from 2024. Obviously, The Scholar and the Last Fairy Door, that was on my TBR this year, I think, and I'm currently reading it right now. I'm really liking it. Under Lock and Key, I really liked. I'm really happy that I read that. The Serpent and the Wolf and Moth Eater, also very excited to read those. Hungerstone I read and I loved. I love Hungerstone. It's one of my favorite books of the year. Upon a Starlit Tide, I believe, is a mermaid book from the looks of it, and I'm really excited to read that one. Blood on Her Tongue and Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang, also both of those books heavily, like, high on my TBR. When the Tides Held the Moon. It is a travesty that I never read that this year. I'm, like, actually upset with myself. The Tainted Cub by Robert Jackson Bennett. I feel like I'm really gonna like that one, so I'm bummed that I didn't get to that one. Buffalo Hunter. I really should have read that. I don't know what I was thinking. Obviously, I'm excited for A Witch's Guide. I also got the rule book from them. Another one that I'm like, why did I get that in hardback when all the Sarah Adams' other books come out in paperback? I don't know, but I still did. So I'll probably read that and decide if I want to get the paperback instead. But I don't know. We'll see. Then we have What Hunger by Catherine Dang. I'm really excited about that one too. I can't remember what it's about, but I'm excited about that. We have The Hounding by Kenobi Purvis. I believe like three sisters turned into dogs. It kind of gives Night Bitch energy, and that's also on top of my TBR. I'm so intimidated by the book, so I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. Then we have Lucky Day by Chuck Tingle, which you would. Local Heavens. Those were my September box. Really excited about those. I will be honest, October, I was not like fully anticipating the book that I chose, but I did choose it anyway. All of Us Murderers by KJ Charles. I feel like it's a very interesting concept. And then obviously we have December. And we just chose those books. So hopefully that wasn't too boring for you guys. I really heavily recommend Aardvark. I will shout about them from the rooftops. One of my favorite booktubers, Jan, over at Jan Agaton, actually has a creator code with them. So if you want to get your first book, I think it's like for $5.99. You can use code Jan at checkout. And I would recommend doing that. That's what I did. And I've been with them for over a year now. And you can literally pry my Aardvark subscription out of my cold dead hands. I would never get rid of it. I would never get rid of it. I really love it. I really love all the books they pick. Yeah. Oh, also, I got When the World Tips Over from them. Phenomenal book. You guys need to go read it like yesterday. That is your homework for the rest of the year. Read When the World Tips Over and then come back and say, Makenzie, I loved that book. And I will agree with you. So, okay, let me get you guys into a better location because I actually think this is the end of the video. I feel like that's all I really have to talk to you guys about. Oh, actually, no, I said that I was going to give you guys like a low key, like a little bit more of a December TBR. So let's hurry and talk about that, I guess. So there are a couple more books that I want to read in December than from what I chose. There we go. That's a little bit more comfortable. Since I'm assuming no one has made it this far in the video. you have made it this far in the video, do the peace sign emoji. Oh man. Okay, anyway, sorry. Okay, so I would really like to read the second Under the Oak Tree book. I've already started it. I would like to finish it by the end of the year. I have so many books that I'm in the middle of. I think I'm actually gonna do like a video on that, tell you guys which books I'm taking into 2026 with me, like on my currently reading. But I would really like to finish that one. I'm enjoying it. I'm very intrigued to see where it goes, because I don't know, I feel like, okay, to be fair, I'm only reading the books for Maxie. I really like her, but Riften was kind of growing on me at the end of book 1, and now he's kind of being a little chicken shit like I am. So I don't know what his deal is in book 2. I'd really like to finish that so that I can order the really pretty hardcover edition if I like it. I mean, that has to be like 3.5 or 4 stars. And then obviously we have The Scholar and the Last Fairy Door. I really would like to read that, finish that one up. I think I'm a little, well, this morning I was a little over 100 pages in, but now I don't know where I am. But I loved that book, or I'm loving that book. I also really want to finish, I want to read Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. That is one book that, like, come hell or high water, I want to finish that book by 2026, because I don't know why, something about that book, I cannot fathom the idea of it being on my TBR for another year. I wouldn't unhaul it if I didn't get to it necessarily, but like, I just can't believe that I haven't read it. Another book that is like kind of in the same vein is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. I've also started that and I really liked it. I just need to continue on with it. And then I think the last book that I would probably like to get to, obviously there are so many more, but we'll kind of just see where the wind takes us with that, is oh my gosh, what is it called? Before the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I'm 75 pages into that one. Have I already talked to you guys about that in this video? I'm not sure, but if I haven't, oh yeah, I have. We talked about it in my 10 Before the End update. I would really like to finish that one too. I'm very intrigued by it. Like I said, I'm only 75 pages in. Like I've said about 3 times in this video, I apologize. And I feel like we are just like at the very tip of the iceberg. So I'm excited to continue on with that. I'm sure that there are like so many other books that I would love to get to by the end of the year, but of course the heater turns on as soon as I am about to end the video. But yeah. Okay, you cuties are coming to the kitchen with me so I can kind of end out this vlog. I think you can kind of still hear it. I don't know. Can you hear the kitchen? All right. Welcome to my kitchen. It is a mess. Do not look at it. I feel like my whole life is a mess. Not saying that to be realistic. Well, not saying that to be relatable. Saying that because it's the truth. I feel like we clean and then it just always gets messed up. But maybe I'll do this. I don't know. Okay, I do know because I love my daughter. I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I don't think people are getting this far into the video and are worried about that, but I'm not pregnant. Don't worry. Those are just from Oakley when she was just a wee little one. Those are her 3D scans. But anyway, need to figure out how to hold this up so that my arm doesn't get tired. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it and you want me to do more come 2026, I will definitely work on that. Like I said, I'm planning on like halfway through December doing like a huge end of the year reset. Like I'm going to be rearranging my books. I'm going to be filming a video where we talk about all the books on my TBR. I'm going to be doing the most. So I'm really scared about that, but it's fine. I also like, can I tell you guys something really stupid really quickly? So I am just like really intimidated by doing every book on my physical TBR video, because I know that by the time I've posted, there will be books that aren't on there anymore, but you know what? We're gonna have to get over that. I have an unhaul that I'm filming right now. I need to go find the last few books that I want to unhaul because I know that there are just a few more, and I need to finish that video. Actually, I'll do that right after this, I think. But if there's anything else you guys want to see in my resets, I will also be doing bullet journal stuff next year. My bullet journal is severely behind. I will probably do a bullet journal video eventually, like a flip through, probably end of January for my current one. I don't think I'm gonna get it done by the end of December, but we'll see. Other than that, if you have made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you're most excited for in your reading for 2026. Let me know just all the stuff. Leave a Christmas tree emoji and is there a dragon emoji? Leave a Christmas tree emoji and a dragon emoji if you made it this far. And with all that being said, if you like me, if you like my face, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see my face again, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, honestly, I'd follow me on Instagram. That's where you're going to get all the first updates. But if you don't have Instagram, cross your fingers. Hope the notification bell works. And with all that being said, I will see you cuties in the next day of Bookmas. Bye, everyone.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when